Hey everyone, it's me, Jill, and I just got back from an awesome vacation to Ireland. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what I did and also the kind of things to expect if you plan on making your own trip to Ireland. So, first off, I was there for 10 days and I brought just a backpack because I was flying with Ryanair and they're quite strict about their weight restrictions and everything. So, just brought a backpack, but I'm really good about wearing the same things for more than one day in a row, so that was all right. It was actually quite cold when I was there. Ireland is known for the rain, so be sure to bring, like a sweater and some jeans and some closed-toed shoes if you're going in any month besides June or July. And even June and July, bring at least one sweater. We had such a great time. I went to Dublin first, and I was actually there the same time as the Queen. It was the first official state visit by a British monarch to an independent Ireland. So there hasn't been a British monarch in Ireland for over 100 years since they've declared independence. It was a huge deal. There were so many people there. It was really amazing to get to be there at the same time. I actually saw her twice. She drove by in her little motorcade. It was really neat. And then I was with three friends, and then we ended up meeting up with some other friends. So we had a pretty good sized group. It was a lot of fun just to hang out with them and get to spend time with them in their native country. Um, it was friends that I had met here in Angers and decided to go visit, and it was such a good decision. We had a great time. Other things we did in Dublin, I went and visited Christ Church Cathedral, which was so cool. It's been there for over 1,000 years, or there's been a cathedral on the site for over 1,000 years, which is incredible. The history in that place is just astounding. And went and visited Trinity College with the reading room. It's called the Long Room. It's actually one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. It was insane, and I'm such a library nerd, so it was a really awesome experience for me. Um, the rest of the week we spent in the west of Ireland in County Clare and County Galway. In Clare, I was staying with one of my friends from here, from Angers, and his house is just so wonderful, and his family is lovely, and we just had a great time. We actually went for 2 days to the Aran Islands, which are off the west coast in between Clare and Galway. Went to the smallest one called Inisheer, and it's actually an Irish community, so they speak Gaelic there. And it was really cool to see all the signs and everything in Irish. Actually, most of everything in Ireland has Irish on the sign as well, which is really neat to see. But it was cool to hear people speaking it as well. We walked around the island, and it's really, really small, so saw most of it in the day we were there. But it's beautiful, and it's mostly untouched by man, and so it was just a really, really nice day. Um, the next day was a little rainy. We spent most of it in the pub, which is also great. Um, we went to the Cliffs of Moher, which are so cool. And you can only legally access part of it, but if you walk along the cliffs a little bit, there's a wall where it says, do not go past this point. But there's practically a staircase over the wall. Everyone goes out onto the cliffs, and it was so worth it. We had such a great time. Um, the scenery is just jaw dropping. It's gorgeous. And the weather cleared up for that day, so we got to have a nice walk along the cliffs. And I ended up meeting, through the most random small world experience of my life, ended up meeting a family who knows my boyfriend in Huntsville, Alabama. Like, the son was friends with my boyfriend in high school. So bizarre. So after my brain exploded with small worldness, we left, and the next day went up to County Galway and visited my other friend Emma at her little house, and her little village is so cute. It's just teeny, 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 tiny village, and we did a pub crawl one night, which consisted of two pubs. It was super fun. I finished my first pint of Guinness, which was a life accomplishment for me. Um, and then the last day we spent in Galway City, which is beautiful. It's so cute. Every building in the world should be required to be painted. It's so bright and cheery, even though the rain was there and the weather was kind of... We went out the last night, and two different pubs and then a club, and not really a club, it was a bar slash club. We got to dance and just spend time together, and then on Thursday I left, and I was heartbroken, and saying bye to my friends was so hard, but I am hoping to get to visit them again soon, and crossing my fingers that they'll come out to the States to see me. Um, if you go to Ireland, I highly recommend the Cliffs of Moher. Really cool. In Dublin, we also did a tour of the Kilmainham jail, which is really, really neat, mostly because it's like an Irish history lesson in an hour and a half. Like you learn the whole history of the Republic of Ireland and how they came to be independent from England, and the story of the tension between England and Ireland now. And it's a really historical place. Pretty much every revolutionary was held there or executed there. So it's very, very moving, educational, historical, and interesting tour. And I think it's only about €2, so it's totally worth it. Um, Other than that, O'Connell Street, it's really fun. It's the like the main drag in Dublin, and then there's also Grafton Street, which is where all the shops are, and they're always really cool buskers, and it's just a very lively and fun place. In Dublin, there's Temple Bar, which is where all the neat pubs are, and we had a great lunch at one of the pubs there. I think it was, what did I get? An Irish stew that was like red wine and Guinness soaked beef with vegetables and mashed potatoes, and oh, it was so good. The food was awesome the whole week I was there. Um, but yeah, if you go to Ireland, say hi to the nicest people ever because they are so wonderful. The Irish are my favorite nationality. They're the kindest, most loving and welcoming and happy people. Um, I really hope you enjoy it. I highly recommend it. It's a great country. And until next time.